Alright, so after one quick check, we'll just get this intro to the Alta video started. Make sure I'm streaming. Um, I have come to the harsh realization that I will never escape 720p in my STO videos in pretty much any way. I could do it for this intro to the Alta video, but it's just not worth it. Like even just changing the settings because they will definitely be going back to 720p. But anyways, yeah, let's focus on this. Yeah, my alts, I've got about 8, 9, 10 of them. Um, let's do that volume check here. Yeah, that's just a tad bit high. Okay, so yeah, the reason I'm doing this alts video will be because I'll be playing a lot, so I'll have a lot of resources coming in, and I'll be able to play my other characters more probably. And some of them will have chances of becoming main characters for me, and some of them will actually have mirror versions made of themselves for the TOS faction. Um, I'll be doing three. I figured out what I'm gonna do for my three TOS characters. I'm gonna do Mirror Raijin, gonna do Mirror Nesca, and then actually I don't know what I'm gonna do for my third, but it's gonna be a Sai. I just don't know. I might do a Mirror Malawi. Um, uh, might do a Mirror Jenga. Don't know. I we'll see. We'll see. Um, it might just be a Vulcan though, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, definitely a Mirror Nesca and a Mirror Raijin. And Nesca will be left field because he's not one of my mains. But here he is, right here at the top right now. He's a Andorian tactical. And he'd probably be an engineer for his mirror version. And Raijin will probably just still be a tactical. But anyways, Nesca is if you can't tell, I like Andorians. Yeah. Nesca was made actually fairly late, but I knew I wanted to make Nesca for a long time, and part of that is because of the Saber class. Really like the Saber class, not quite as much as the Akira, but especially in this game I like it because in this game the warp nacelles on the Saber class are just so much better than they are on the actual one, and that might be a little bit of a crime to say because Jaeger was certainly on top of his game, but these like I probably won't get into it too much, but like they're more blocky and angular and less circular than the ones you see on the canon version, and even the updated one that came out with that toy or whatever. And they have the photon torpedo launcher on the right place up on this one, I think. Anyways, good model, good model. If they keep anything, I hope they keep these nacelles. Maybe they can keep the rest. I don't know, man. Maybe not for the rest, but I hope they keep the nacelles. Maybe they might have to change the hard points. It's always nice to see any kind of hard point come off of a phaser beam or a phaser array on a Fed ship. But yeah, I really like the Saber, especially in this game. Yeah, like just got all weird and skinny at the nacelles on the canon version, and but on this one they're like just a little bit beefed up, just a little bit more blocky, and it's just perfect. It's so good. It's just what the Saber needed. But anyways, so but I might have this guy switch over to flying an Akira class if Tier 6 Connie refit is released. Who knows? He'll be in an escort though. Like this guy for sure will be in one of the first contact escorts. Um, and honestly, I just get more and more excited thinking about where I'm gonna take this ship because it used to be this guy had almost exactly the same build as Raijin, but now that Raijin has become so just hard on the specific Akira consoles, it's gonna end up being a really different thing with Nesca here. And so I'm excited. I think I might switch him to beams. Right now he's cannon torpedoes. I'm excited to use a cannon guy again after I've gotten Raijin over to beams. Though I might put him onto beams. I wouldn't mind doing a DBB bank um, build on this guy, but still with torpedoes, probably photon torpedoes. He does have the back sets going on. Some of them, anyways. Probably, maybe not as many as Raijin, but yeah, we might see more of them. He uses Tetrion, but I might switch that up, depending. We'll see. Is there a red disruptor? Well, there are blue disruptors. Well, anyways, yeah, it'll be torpedo overloads. Torpedo spread doesn't look too bad coming out of this Saber, but you know, you just you want to do the first contact scene all over again. That's why you fly a Saber, pretty much. So yeah, I like Nesca a lot. I actually like all my Fed alts a lot. Well, almost all of them. Yeah, next up we'll talk about Mersh, my next blue guy. Mersh might have been my fourth alternate character, maybe fifth. Yeah, I think I made this guy with Shen, who you'll see later. He was my first Federation engineer. I made him before Ray even. And I made this guy kind of sort of thinking, not knowing that there was, well, I wanted to have what is this guy, a Benzite? I'm probably saying that wrong. But I wanted to have a Benzite, and I wanted to have a guy flying the Sovereign because there was a time where the Sovereign was like, you know, pretty much the only Enterprise at Endgame, and I like the Sovereign design. I'm not a big fan of it, and I liked it more when I was a kid. But certain parts of it have just never grown on me. But I do like it. I'm pondering switching this guy over to a command cruiser, one of the command cruisers. There's a collection of that, but that also depends on what happens to Ray. Maybe I'd put this guy in an Excelsior. There could be a lot of shuffling around, but I'm sure I'll find something for him. I can always shove some. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's up in the air for Mersh, but whatever happens to him, I'm excited. I gave this guy the closest the closest uniforms you could get to the TMP ones. I think if these guys were kind of by the book, I think they'd go for white uniforms. I think it works. He don't know about that. I don't know if I can even deal with the fact that how did I even let that? Wow. Yeah, it's been some time since I've turned a serious eye on Mersh. But there's good things for engineers in the Federation. We'll see what happens. I like his uniform. I like his little mouth thing. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed making him, but he's just so behind, and almost every he's literally only level 50. We've got Malawi. I think, oh yeah, well, I should talk about weapons. I do fire at will on this guy, and I might have torpedo spread with the wide angle on this guy. Don't know. It's kind of an aggro build, because I wasn't intending to do damage with him. He's you know, his stats will always be focused towards healing and tanking. Like, 'cause that's just how I imagined him. Yeah, the head of pass. It was the head of pass before, but uh, tier 5U happened. Mm, yeah, and phasers. They're just normal phasers. Might switch that to something else with him. Who knows? Probably not. You know. Um, anyways, yeah, Malawi. Malawi, I think was my third character. Because I really wanted to have someone in the Luna class, which I've heavily actually fallen out of love with. I have no idea what I want to do with her. I'm really tempted to put her in a cruiser. I like a lot of, there are fed cruisers out there, all sorts. But I want to try and do some Psy with her. There's a chance that Malawi could end up becoming my Psy Connie refit captain. Don't know. Malawi is a candidate for the mirror character for my Psy. I might make a mirror Malawi. Jeez. Yeah, I actually, wait, are these, do they have the same, no, these ones yeah, okay, I gave her the more, Rathacon-like uniforms, maybe. Or, yeah, I slightly like these uniforms a little bit better, but, yeah. Yeah, tough to say. I do greatly enjoy her build, even though it doesn't do anything. She's a half drainer, half confuser. She uses the sensor probes. I do have the duty officers that make the sensor probes mini sub nukes because I am I am a terrible person deep down inside. I know those are just super hated. But you know what? With this character, when I started this character, I was determined to make sensor probe confusion work. Absolutely determined. And it is just a terrible, terrible, terrible ability. So, but hey, draining apparently has seen some huge buffs. So she could turn into a monster. She might be a PvP monster lying in wait. Um, we'll see. She doesn't do power drain. She does shield drain. I like Tetrion a lot. Her, Nesca, and Raijin use Tetrion. Um, mm, yeah. Yeah, just don't know what kind of ship to put her in. Just don't know what to do. Don't know if I could, actually, now that I think about it, with the DOFs, I don't know if I could put a build that cool onto a Connie refit. Yeah, and I do want to keep her on sensor probes, so basically I'm just waiting for a science ship I like. I've almost never seen one. Maybe if a tier 6 birth happened? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe? I don't know. I would have fun putting her in a tier 6 Miranda or an Excelsior, but I have all the Excelsior I really want right now, and yeah, we'll see. I do actually I have some fun with her on the ground. She's a healer, and so I don't. It used to be, I don't know, I don't play enough ground queues anymore to really know, but she used to be a half decent healer tank and ground. Um, yeah, but Yeah, I guess I should have said this earlier, but part of the reason why I'm doing this video is just to put all my characters out there and see if there's anyone, you know, like supposedly if I ever did become successful or get an audience or, followers or subscribers, there should be a place where they'd be able to go and voice which character they want to see, and yeah, so I'll be making this video. So if you really like a character, want to see things happen with them, just put it in the comments. Yamagata, this is my Delta recruit for the feds. Got him pretty far in the program. He probably will be, he's a tactical. He probably will be in the Steam Runner. That's the plan so far, but not totally sure. I want to do an all beam build with him, dual beam banks. Probably phasers of some type. Might put the agony phasers on this guy. That seems tempting, and there's a set of them on cheap for the exchange. Maybe, who knows? Well, actually, I'd probably give those to one of my agency yesteryear characters first, depending. But we'll see, we'll see. Not a whole lot to say about this guy. Yeah. He's a Trill. I do like the Trill. Heat Space 9 was really cool. But, yeah, the whole Delta recruit thing, yeah, that, I don't think that was the best of ideas, and I think maybe it's made this TOS faction possible, or maybe it's hurting the TOS faction. Don't really know enough to say, but I don't. We'll see on. I guess you could say that I'd put these programs all on what type of reward you get through the program specifically. And it seems like there could be huge rewards in this TOS Delta Recruit program, but they're kind of gameplay rewarded focus, which is extremely awkward. Yeah. Yeah, it's but they have the potential to help with multi high character accounts. That's interesting. So anyways, let's see, poor Yushis. Oh yeah, he is with my main somehow. Somehow. he... Okay, anyways, here's Shen. Yeah, I think I made this guy with around the wrong time. I made Mersh. He's my Gorn, he's a tactical. I've had a lot of fun with this guy, but it's a little awkward for him. I have him flying a Vorcho, which is a battle cruiser. Yeah, I had things I was gonna do with his build, but it's become so easy for ships to become high DPS that I may try and turn Shen into a high DPS Vorcha god. I don't know, but I do like the Vorcha class. I think I even like it more than the Nekvar class. I don't know why I only have a tactical in it. I should, when they release a tier 6 Vorcha, if I ever get a ton of loadout slots for my characters, maybe I'll make some Vorcha builds on my other characters too, just for fun sometimes. Probably need to update the skin, but I like the deep red in the nacelles and in the impulse engines. Yeah, Shen, Yeah, he. Yeah, thinking back, way back, Shen, I guess, hates the Klingons or something. I don't know. But, he deals with it, I guess. I forget. I should really look at his bio again. Um, but yeah, Shen's fun. Um, yeah, I should probably get more Gorn in his crew, but there's that really unfortunate bug with the Gorn Bridge officers being, constantly light blue. Um, Gosh, what else is there to say? His build, yeah, the only thing, his build is actually unfinished. Most of my characters I can say are using the right types of weapons or fairly well set up or close to what they'd set their setup to be. Well, I guess he is close. He's probably going to be a dual heavy cannon green torpedo user. Um, but the dual heavy cannons fire out of a really weird place on this ship. And it doesn't really look all that hot to me, if you ask. So I ponder turning this guy into a single beam FAW build. I ponder turning this guy into a single cannon. Oh, I'd love to make him single cannon. Maybe combined with torpedoes, or maybe just dual cannon. Maybe I'll try and do a dual cannon proc build with this guy. Because I think the dual cannons fire out of here, which looks pretty cool on the Vorcha. I don't know. I could go a lot of places with this guy. Not sure what I want to do for sure though. It will probably involve the Bioneural Torp though on Overload, because I think this is the one ship that looks good coming out of. On Overload, anyways. Ooh, yeah, I can get him the level 3 one. And the level 3 overload for the Bioneural is, if I remember correctly, the one where the Bioneural becomes like a really serious torp to be considered. Even though some of its procs have just been, or if I remember correctly, its proc has been nerfed heavily. But anyways, this is Jenga. Um, yeah, I do have a Cyan the Excelsior already. I completely forgot. I plan for this guy to be in a Connie refit if that ever happens, but who knows if that'll happen. He's my alien character. Maybe looks a little too Cardassian, maybe a too little like, some Babylon 5 character or something. I don't know. I tried to. I think these ridges and that crest crown thing work well together. Oh, it's the ears that are Cardassian. Yeah, I didn't notice until that was too late. But I kind of had like a theme going at that point, so I just maybe this guy's part Cardassian. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully one day he'll be a science Connie refit captain. I already got him some traits that I maybe shouldn't have given him, thinking on these new developments, but it's probably something only like 20 million EC. Well, no. Okay, maybe like just a couple 100 million EC. But they were from lockboxes I opened because I try to strategically open lockboxes sometimes. And I've actually had some decent success, if you ask me. But I still don't like lock boxes. Yeah, I need to be clear about that. I don't like lock boxes, even though you open them. You know what? You builds. If you want to compete in PvP, you're gonna have to use some things from lock boxes. Well, maybe not. But if you want to do something other than like put literal actual cookie dough cutters on top of your ship, you're probably gonna want some lockbox stuff. Yeah, no idea what I'd do with him. He'd probably be a healer tank, Psy. and just drop the sub nukes when he's, when asked. Weapon type, don't know, don't know. Um, we'll see. Hopefully something neato. This is Ladislav. This is my Romulan Psi captain. The plan is someday to get her into a Mogai, but that's progressing slowly. She's a Delta recruit. This is her second life. She was level 4 before being sacrificed to the Delta Quadrant. Yeah, the level 38, got her there mostly through doffing. Yep, barely touch her. Recently watching this latest video on torpedoes from Odinite makes me kind of want to make her a hybrid torp boat, or a side torp boat, vapor-ish, vape supporter. Well, actually, vape support has kind of been the goal with her for a while, but I don't know exactly how I want to do it. Tempted to do drain, shield drain, don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, vape support is the goal. Possible torp side boat, Mogai. Yeah, because the pep torpedo, plasma emission or whatever that one is, really good torpedo, but not for Veritas. Yeah, I want too hard for Veritas to look like she's fighting like a cannon Mogai. So the smoky torpedo is just nah. Oh well. But maybe on Ladislav. Then we've got Lakire, which is, surprise, my Klingon Delta recruit. The plan for her is eventually to fly a Nekbar battlecruiser. Yeah, she'll be a tank healer, of course. I want to do dual heavy cannons with her, but we'll see. Not much to say about her. Yeah, like, I want to do a neck bar at some point, yeah. Alright, and then we get, way, surprise, rewind. Uller was no, she was my third Klingon, so I think she's my last Klingon before, the Delta recruits, yeah. Yep. She'll be a Psi Katinga. Yeah. Man, something about Psi is just so bad. The goal with her is even more cruel than, from my perspective, than the goal with Malawi. She's a bleed-through build. So she's packing the bleed-through mines, bleed-through cluster torpedo, bleed-through disruptors. Wow, those pants. Wow. Those look really good. Anyways, yeah, so Uller, yeah, supposedly part of KDF intelligence, according to my head. Yeah, yeah, basically I just really like the Katinga class and was like, hey, I want to have a hot Orion. Who doesn't? So, there's Uller. Really cool build. Tractor beam repulsors, pulls you through the warp plasma, dropping mines all over the whole thing. Yeah, it's and with part gens, I can't imagine what terrible places Uller is going to go. with part gens with the way they are right now. The hopefully she'll be balanced because she's in a battle cruiser, or maybe it'll be more survivable than a size ship. I don't know. I don't know if I'd call the Katinga more survivable than most size ships. It's gained something of a tactical edge since Tier 5U. Um, but you know, it still does have a lot of those engineering stations. But yeah, yep, terrible, terrible person, Uller. But you know, she's my side. So it kind of just happens, and then here's Yoshiyuki. He's level 4. These 4 levels weren't even earned by doing the tutorial. Um, yep. Uh, the plan for him was to fly an Akira after Raijin became a Kanirife captain. But that may or may not happen, and I need character slots right now. So this guy is probably about to be deleted for, say, Miranesca. Yeah, it's a shame, but hey, not much will be lost. But maybe if the whole internet explodes for Yoshiyuki, maybe this beautiful ponytail will swerve out into space. Probably not. Yeah, so those are my alts. Okay, I should really be more specific with the weapons I use on Uller. No, actually, no, I did pretty much. I was fairly specific there, yeah, okay. Okay, well, alright. So, those are my alts. Maybe you'll see them. You probably won't see them much. Maybe if you do see me doing resource collection, you'll see a lot more of my alts. I don't know why I would stream resource collection, but, you know, I do want to show it to the world. It is, but maybe it would make a better focused video on YouTube talking about that stuff. Maybe a content update on what I'm working on. I have started getting my characters parsed. I'm learning those DPS numbers for my characters, and I'm already learning things about the differences in my builds. They're very interesting. For example, I'm now pretty sure that the torpedo boost that the two-piece Terran set gives, well, I think I've read about it. I think I've read about this somewhere on the forums, but I can't remember for sure. But I'm now pretty sure that damage boost you get from the two-piece Terran is huge. Set 2, supposedly my mainest main, hopefully just waiting for that skin revamp on the Katinga. He has huge one-hitters for my engineer. He does way less damage than Ray, but his one-hitters can be like almost twice as big as Ray. It's gotta be the torpedo, and it can't. And I really doubt it's just the 200%. I think it's the console boost, or I think it's the two-piece giving me super torpedo damage. And I think it's time to experiment with putting the Terran beam on Raijin. You know, if maybe taking this, it's a tough call. I absolutely would not mind Raijin doing less overall damage, but at the same time, I kind of do mind. So the 360 beam versus the Terran beam is it's a tough call. I'll be thinking about that. Maybe I'll get a chance. I also made videos of these DPS runs where I parsed, and I will be submitting them to, uh, I think, Pal Gaming. Yeah, he's the guy with the Canon video channels and stuff that he's gotten started. I'll be submitting them there. I'll be, introducing myself on the forums and whatnot very soon. But on the YouTube, I want to have like a good set of some runs and maybe some streaming samples. But I'm not sure. Even in 720p, my streaming quality is not great. It's probably time for me to start learning about the more complicated side of streaming, like things like bit rates or something. Who knows what these technical terms. But maybe I'll be able to get streaming to a better place. Hopefully. I really, really want to stream, but I don't know if I can justify doing STO in anything other than 720p. Or anything less than 720p, I should say. But yeah, okay, well, yeah, I definitely needed to have at least these two intro videos before I started, romping around with links and stuff. Hopefully I can manage not to be obscene with that, but I'm sure there are places to do it properly, and, you know, yeah. Anyways, that'll probably be it for my intro to the alts. Thanks for watching. See ya.